Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mind Over Matter with Sankit. In this episode, we'll be talking about the correct way to breathe. Yes, you heard it correct. So, most of the times, if we notice our breath, we'll notice that we are not breathing completely and we're not breathing correctly. Most of us, we breathe only up to our nose, meaning that we taking the breath from our nose and throw it back from the nose. This makes our breath very shallow, and as you might have noticed in yourself, you have shallow breath whenever you're feeling most of the negative emotions like anger or anxiety, or whenever you're feeling very enraged at someone. This is the kind of breathing that you have. You have very shallow breathings. You get very angry and then you start breathing very fast and heavily. And if this becomes your normal way of breathing, it works both way around, meaning that the relation between your breath and your emotion is a two-way thing, meaning that if you have negative emotions, your breath becomes shallow. And similarly, if your breath is shallow, you also get the negative emotions. They are very interconnected, interrelated, and they cannot really be separated. It's a given that will happen. You can even try it right now. If you just try taking very shallow breaths for some time, you'll feel very tensed and you'd want to take a deep breath. That's why you might have noticed that whenever you are angry for a certain amount of time and you just want to calm down, you take a deep long breath. Whenever you want to release your anger, you heave a huge sigh of relief, something like so that generally happens whenever you're angry and you want to calm down. So there is another way in which people breathe, which is a little more deeper than breathing merely from your nose. That is breathing up to your chest. But this is also not the right way to breathe. This is apparently the most common way in which people breathe, because they've mistaken the whole concept of breathing. Like, people are not in control of their emotions, and in a similar manner they are not in control of their breath. So their breath has become very haphazard. Their breath has become very, very random. So people are having difficulty in controlling their breath alongside their emotions. So what happens is, when we cannot control our breath becomes very random, and that also leads to random emotions. This is also another reason why we experience mood swings so often. We are very happy one moment, and in the next moment we are enraged and angry, and in the next moment we are sad and depressed. Even if you fall under this category, even if you breathe all the way up to your chest, that is also not enough, and you will always compensate for this by taking occasional deep long breaths. However, the actual correct method of breathing, which is the focus of today's episode, is breathing all the way up to your belly. So once I tried out this experiment with some of my friends, where we tried to observe each of our breathing patterns, and we noticed that whenever we took our breath, out of all the friends, almost all of us got it wrong. Now, what am I talking about? So what happened in our case is that when we took a breath in, our stomach was going in. Now this is very, very counterintuitive, because breathing in means taking a lot of oxygen into your body. Now when you take the breath in, your belly is supposed to bulge out, it is supposed to come out, but then since we are so unconscious about our breath, and since it has become so randomized, our breathing just didn't make sense. Basically, we were taking in air, but our stomach was also going in, due to which we couldn't take in the oxygen fully. Similarly, when we were exhaling, meaning that when we were releasing carbon dioxide, our stomach was becoming larger, it was bulging out. So this was exactly the opposite of what actually needs to happen. So in actuality, what needs to happen is that when you take in your breath, you're supposed to bulge your belly all the way out. You need to take a deep breath all the way up to your belly, and when you release it, when you release the air out of it, the basic science is that the air that was inside your body then comes out. However, when we disrupt our breathing pattern in such a way, we cannot really take the myriad of benefits that breathing gives to we cannot really make use of the benefits that breathing gives to us. Now, breathing is such a simple concept, but it is such a nice medicine in so many ways, because first of all, it provides your body with vital oxygen, which sharpens your brain and also regulates all other biochemical processes in your body. Similarly, it is also very helpful in terms of meditation, as I talked about in several previous videos. Breath is your only connector to the present moment. You're always thinking about the past or the future, but the breath is the only thing that brings you to the present moment and makes you feel good about the present moment. It is the only thing that is constantly going on. Everything else in life is impermanent. The events that happen in your life are impermanent. The sensations you get in your body are impermanent. The thoughts that you have in your brain are impermanent. The emotions that you have generally in your life are impermanent. But the only thing that is permanent, that constantly goes on and on and on, in and out, is your breath. So it is very important that you respect your breath, because it is your best friend. It is what helps you to control your emotions and also to ensure a good physical health. So the takeaway from this video is that you need to start breathing a lot more deeply, and you need to be a little more conscious about your breath. And as you do this, you'll notice that your mind becomes a lot calmer, because you start living in the present moment. Similarly, your body also starts becoming very relaxed, because when you exhale deeply, you'll notice that your body also feels very energetic and rejuvenated, very active. And that's very obvious, because your body gets in a lot of good oxygen and your body lets go of the toxic carbon dioxide gas. After watching this episode, you will work on making your breath deeper and more intentional and more purposeful. So if you found this video helpful, do not forget to press the like button. Also, if you like whatever is happening here at Sound Health Solution, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We've finally reached 10,000 subscribers, and we've also come up with several merchandise items on our channel, so you can access them through the link given down in the description, and also through the link that will appear somewhere here in the suggested. So we'll be coming up with similar videos in the future. Make sure you keep in tune with us. Until next time.